Okay, good morning class. We're going to go over section 4.6, congruent in right triangles. So what we're going to look at is a right triangle. In a right triangle, first of all, we have a 90-degree angle. We have the hypotenuse, which is opposite the right angle, and then we have two legs. Just a reminder, hypotenuse is always your longest leg, and it's always opposite your right angle. So our theorem is this. If we know that we have a right angle, and that we have the hypotenuse and one leg or another, that they're congruent, then the two triangles are congruent. So once again, right angle, hypotenuse, and one of the legs. And that will give us the three things. So it's just like what we normally had, side, angle, side, 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 angle, side, angle, or angle, angle, side. We needed three things. The hypotenuse leg theorem is the same thing. We need a right angle, the hypotenuse, and one leg. So we come here. We want to look, are these two triangles congruent? Well, if you look at it, we have a right angle here. Then we look at the hypotenuse is 25, hypotenuse is 25. So we have right angle, we have the hypotenuse congruent, and then we have a leg, 7 and 7. So that would be, yes, they're congruent by the hypotenuse leg theorem. So then we come here, are these two triangles congruent? Well, we're going to go through proof. So first of all, do we have a right angle? Yeah, we have a right angle. How do we know that? It's given to us. Next, do we have the hypotenuse? So you look at it. Hypotenuse is xz, hypotenuse is ac. Are they equal? Yes, it's given to us. So we have the right angle, we have a hypotenuse, so now we need to show one leg. And if you look, you have xy and ab, they're equal. So we have our hypotenuse, we have our leg. Therefore, we can say triangle ABC is equal to XYZ by the hypotenuse leg theorem. And you'll see this shortcutted to the HL theorem as well. So we want to prove, are these two triangles congruent? Well, again, we want to show, okay, first of all, we have right angles. So here, right angle, right angle. So we'd say that triangles are right angles because they're given to us. Next, do we have the hypotenuse? That's really what we want to look at, is the hypotenuse. So you come through here. If you were to separate, see your right angle, the line opposite is JZ, all right, is ZJ. So those are congruent to one another, opposite. So we have the hypotenuse right there because of it. And then we can go, let's go to our given though. So we know that WJ and ZK are equal because it's given to us. So we have right triangle, we have the leg, and now we have a hypotenuse because of the reflexive property. So you have hypotenuse, leg, and right triangle. So therefore we'd say triangle JWZ is equal to triangle ZKJ. We want to make sure these are equal in corresponding parts. So if you look at W and K, they're both W and K corresponding, they're equal, and they're in the same positions. You look at J here, right? J and Z should be in the same spots. So we want to make sure that we have these corresponding parts. All right, last example. CD is equal to EA, right here, CD equal to EA. AD is the perpendicular bisector, so we need to break that apart. What's it mean to be perpendicular? That means it gives us a right angle, and a bisector means to cut in half. So we'll go through, first of all, perpendicular. So we're going to prove this. If it's perpendicular, we know we have a right triangle. So we know that CBA, CBD, and AB or EBA, these two angles right here are right angles because that's the definition of perpendicular. Next, we know that EB and CB are equal because that's what it means to bisect something. So I know that these two are congruent right here. Okay? So, but I'm getting ahead of myself once again. Hypotenuse. Here's our hypotenuse. So we have our right angles here, then we have our hypotenuse. We know that they're equal because it's given to us. Opposite, opposite. And then we have our legs, definition of bisector, that's what I was going through. So we know that this is equal to that. So once again, we showed we had a right angle, we showed the hypotenuse, and we showed the leg, A leg was congruent. So therefore, the triangles ABE, and DBC are congruent by the hypotenuse leg theorem. So that was our theorem. This is the last one of how we can show that triangles are congruent. So we had side, 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 angle, side, angle, side, angle, 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 side, and then our hypotenuse leg theorem.